So hello. Welcome to the Power Hour. My name is Amy Starr Allen, and I'm joined tonight by Paul Hutchings and Mike Hobbs, who are the founders of the Home Business Academy, which is an amazing community that myself and hundreds and hundreds of other people are a part of. And I'm really excited about the conversation that we're going to have tonight. The other night we had every week inside of the Home Business Academy, we have a mastermind. And by the way, the Home Business Academy is a community that's available to anybody, regardless of what business you might be building on the internet. This is not a network marketing company or anything like that. But we come together every Monday night and we have a mastermind, a marketing mastermind. This Monday night, every Monday, Mike kicks it off with an upbeat song while people are like jumping on. And this week it was Jack Johnson, Where Did All the Good People Go? And everybody's always like jamming out as people are getting on. And then Paul got on and he was like, it's funny when I listen to the lyrics of that song, because for the first time in my life, I feel like I can answer that question. All the good people are hanging out in the Home Business Academy. And, I was thinking about that. It's true, actually. Like, this place attracts the most amazing people. And it's because of the vision of Mike and Paul, who started this company, and the mission of the Home Business Academy, the community that's already here, and the business model that we have here that, that supports anybody wherever they're at, whatever they're already building, that we just attract the most amazing people. We have just such an amazing vibe here. And just to give you guys an idea of some of the things that happened just last month inside of the Home Business Academy, we gathered 336 new customers last month. So awesome. 151 affiliates earned a commission with the Home Business Academy in July. So good. We hit another new payout record of 100 affiliates getting paid in one day on our last Friday payout. We get paid every Friday like clockwork here, which I love. Direct deposit into our bank accounts every Friday. And this is the part that's going to make me cry. As a natural byproduct of the growth, we were able to up the amount of meals provided to our community charity by a huge number. In July, we surpassed a huge milestone, crossing over the $100,000 meals mark, reaching a total of 828 meals that have been provided for children. The Home Business Academy donates a portion of all of the sales every month to a charity called Feed My Starving Children. So to me, like, I got really choked up when I saw that, because it's like, I just it feels so good to be a part of a company that's up to that. Like, I get to feed starving children just by bringing people into this community. And I just love that. So I know Paul and Mike will share a little more about that tonight too. But, this is just a snapshot of some of the things that happened over the last month. But to me, the most exciting thing about the Home Business Academy is the vision, the leadership. We've got a lot of different heart-centered leaders in this, in this community that just really, everybody just really helps each other out. It's incredible. And the heart and the soul of this community. So that to me is why we find ourselves surrounded by some of the most amazing people, and we're growing really quickly. And, Paul and Mike have been really getting the company ready for another, it's exponential growth is on the horizon at the rate we're going. And so they've had to shift some things and get ready for that on the back end so that we can support the type of growth that's in the forecast here. So that's really exciting. And I'm just really grateful for both of these guys for all the stuff that they do behind the scenes to make this possible for all of us. And I just think it's really cool. Like, like I said, I am honored to be here, and I'm just so grateful that I get to like be a part of something that's providing meals for children. That's just one thing about it that's so cool to me. But like, for Mike and Paul to be the guys, two guys with a vision that created all of this, I just think it's incredible. And what's been happening because of their vision is incredible. I have a quote here from Paul. Paul actually recently retired and doesn't have to work anymore. He's completely financially free. And I'm hoping maybe he'll talk a little bit more about that tonight too. But he said, "My purpose in life is to continue to strive to help others be free like me. And so I show up to work because I still have a dream, and my dream is you." And I love that because he doesn't have to work anymore. But not only does he show up to work, like both of these guys just go so above and beyond in every way. And it's just, like they're two of the most integrous people I've ever met in my life, two of the most heart-centered leaders I've ever met in my life. And I am really excited to let you hear from them tonight about what the Home Business Academy is, and why they created it, and the vision that they have for it, and lots of other good stuff. Because as Paul also says, it's about much more than 80% commissions and knock your flipping socks off residuals. Yeah. So hi, Mike and Paul. How are you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, Paul,
you're muted.
There we go. I said I'm doing amazing, and then I said all those nice things you said about us. Thank you. You made me tear up a little bit, and you spot it. You got it, right? So send it back to you. You're so amazing, and it's just so cool that we've been attracted to each other and to the vision, and that we are attracting great, amazing, heart-centered people who want to do good things in the world and build a great life and a great income while, creating a better world. And that's kind of what I feel we're doing. So thank you.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, like I said, I'm so glad that you're here, because I feel like, for people to be able to hear from the founders, just having an intimate conversation about, how this came to be and everything that's happening here, I think is something that can make a difference for a lot of people. So thank you for agreeing to jump on with me. So I guess to kick it off, I know I didn't really tell anybody like your backgrounds or anything like that. If you want to share a little bit about your backgrounds and how the HBA, if we say HBA, by the way, that's the Home Business Academy. It's just sometimes we shorten it to HBA, and we're just used to calling it that. So that's what we're talking about if we say that. But I know that when one of the reasons that you guys started this company was because one of the stumbling blocks that you both had along the way trying to create freedom for yourselves was that you had to keep starting over and over again, because as anybody that's been around for a while trying to build a business, either online or in the network marketing industry, any type of home-based business, you've probably been a part of something that's either changed their commission structure or shut down or changed ownership and, became different or whatever. And so I love it if you could share with us a little bit about why we're here, like why you guys decided to create the Home Business Academy and
take it away, Mike.
Take it away.
Take it away. Give the mic to Mike.
Well, yeah, I'll just come out real quick. In 2007, I started actually in 2006, I started my search to, making money from home, because I was actually on a deployment in Iraq. I went to Iraq in 2005, going through a divorce because I wasn't home. And it was really hard on me. And I was there, and I saw my buddy reading a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. We were just on a shift, so I started reading that. So then all of a sudden I wanted to become an entrepreneur. So I came back home, and then I got my mortgage license. So a lot of people didn't know that. I got a mortgage license, and the only loan that I did, by the way, in the year that I was a mortgage broker, is my own loan. So it was kind of a failure in and itself. And I didn't even get paid on that, because you can't get paid on your own loan. So I just got a good deal, really, is all that I got out of that. But then one of my buddies, he's like, hey, we want to come to this meeting and take a look at this company. They also do mortgages and things. So I was like, okay. So I went there, and it was a company that you sold life insurance, right? You probably know the company name. I won't say those, but they also had mortgages and all these different things. So I'm like, you know what? I'll give it a shot. I was already in that industry. It was a network marketing company, though, so it was a little bit different. And I started just hammering away, going and doing little presentations from home and just doing that and grinding it out. And I made a whopping $4,000 in 1 year. so you can see I was already winning my freedom, right? $4,000 in a year, which is not even 2 months of my job, right? So obviously it wasn't that great of a success, but I will say there wasn't a lot of people making money that way. So I definitely want to celebrate that I was making money. But it got me to search for something better, like search for the internet. And I didn't want to do all the offline stuff anymore. So I searched on the internet in 2008, found, a couple mentors that showed me, hey, you can do videos, you can do blog posts, you can do, online marketing and attract people to you, so you don't have to go around and find people. And I was like, wow, what a cool concept. So I ended up doing that. And because of what Amy just said, because of companies that would start up and take all your money, right? So like I would join these companies that would take like $3,000 to join. And then they would say, okay, now go spend like $8,000 on banner ads. I ended up racking up about $100,000 in debt, going bankrupt. And then the companies would go out of business. And I was like, oh crap, now what am I going to do? I got to keep joining these things and things and things. So I literally went bankrupt 2010. So this is like 3 years of just grinding and grinding and grinding, losing money, going bankrupt. And then I got introduced to Paul Hutchings back in 2011, his morning mindset call. So I started dialing in to that morning mindset call, studying the laws of success, getting in that community. And what's cool is from there, I kind of had this curse on me in the beginning, where I would recruit 30 people, and that was like the magic number. As soon as I got 30 people in a company, I would basically nobody else would join, right? And then I'd have to hop to the new thing, and then I get 30 again. So this is how I
the same 30
yeah,
or different 30.
well, the funny thing is, this is how I met Paul Hutchings. I joined this company he was in. They were doing a contest, and I recruited my 30 people, right? And then I got top 10 in that contest, and I won a cruise to go. So I was still in the curse of 30, but I was able to win a contest and get to a cruise, which Paul was on. So Paul Hutchings, there was Justin Vrenja, there was a few other people on this cruise, and we all met, we hung out. And that was the very first time we all met together. And then, we've been working together ever since. How cool is that? So, we've been through lots of different things, lots of different companies, lots of things came and go. And then in 2016, we were like, all right, we're sick of this, right? I had built up $1 million in income in one company just to see the company owners kind of screwing things up. And then all of a sudden, we were like, Paul and I were at this event, and we're like, okay, what's going on? Are they going to be here, long term? Do we want to stay here? And we decided that we're going to move on. So we went and talked to the owner of that company. We told him what we were doing, and he's like, all right, and then we left. And a year later, that company went bankrupt. So we did a good thing, right? Good thing we left a year prior. And we started the Home Business Academy. We started it in 2016, and we've been going ever since. And that mindset call, by the way, that I started dialing into on 2011 is still going to this day, Monday through Friday, without fail. And that's part of our community. That's part of our community. And we're here for the long haul, right? And if we can prove it, just look at our history, right? We have an archive since 2011 of that call every day, Monday through Friday, and companies have come and gone, things have come and gone, but we as a community have stayed together. And we started HBA in 2016, and we're still here, right? We're still here doing all of the things that we're doing. So I know there's a lot of other cool stories, and I'll just pass the baton to Paul to maybe share some of his experiences. But yeah, we're here to stay. I'm just happy to be here. And it's cool to know that, Paul was one of my first stepping stones to where we're at today. So thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Mike. And to Mike's cursed 30, I think you sound more like a mystical, magical 30, because without you, I wouldn't have met Mike. So thank you to Mike's 30. That's awesome. Those are cool stories. Did you want me to jump right in, Amy?
Yeah, go for it. One thing I think would be cool if you could touch on while you're telling your story, like Mike was talking about being here for the long haul. I was thinking about the tree, the tree, and just, being planted like you were talking about the other night. Because that's kind of, it's part of this. Yeah. There's the tree.
Yeah.
So go ahead and take it away.
I'll talk a little bit about that. So hello, everybody. I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for your time tonight. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Paul Hutchings, as Amy has already mentioned. I live in Southeast Idaho, a little town called Blackfoot, which is the potato capital of the world. So if you ever come, it's kind of funny. We actually have a potato museum, and in front of the museum, there's this huge potato that's bigger than people. And we'll drive through town with my kids. I've got 4 little boys, and that we'll always look over, and there's all these out-of-towners snapping pictures in front of this potato, and my kids laugh at them. They're like, look, they're taking pictures in front of the potato. But it's cool for people, that don't live here. But for us, it's just kind of, we got potatoes everywhere. But anyway, that's where I live. I'm married, got 4 little boys, and I started my home business journey basically out of frustration. I was working a corporate job. I did what, everyone said you should do: go to school, get good grades, go to college, get a degree, get a job, live happily ever after. So that's what I did. But I started working this job, and I realized very quickly that it wasn't happily ever after. I wasn't making the money that I wanted to make. I was living in a single wide trailer house with my new young family. And there were a lot of things I really didn't love about working that job. For example, I'll just share one of the things that I have a friend named Bill, who's a successful real estate investor. And one of his buddies said, when you're working a job, one of the things you got to do is you got to get showtime. And Bill's like, what's showtime? And he said, well, that's when the superiors walk by and you're showing them how hard you're doing, how hard you're working, what a good job you're doing. And when they're not there, it's kind of okay for you to do your own thing. So the idea is that when the right people are looking, you really got to look like you're doing stuff, and you got to schmooze the right people. And that's actually exactly how it was in that job that I was working. And it just never felt right to me. It never felt just, that I could be doing a great job for the company, but yet someone who is not doing as well of a job beside me could get promoted because they did a better job of putting in the show time or schmoozing with the right people. So anyway, I said, I got to find a different way. And so that's when I joined the network marketing profession. And I'm living in a trailer house, trying to figure out how to be successful, and Mike, he said he made $4,000 his first year. I made $0 my entire first year of network marketing. And I was doing everything. I was going to the meetings. I was going door to door. I was passing out flyers. I was making lists. I was making phone calls. I was driving to the company events for an entire year, and I made no money, right? But during that time, I got this dream planted in my heart of financial freedom, this idea that Mike mentioned, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He talks in that book about this concept where you can build a pipeline of income from the market to your bank account. That's called residual income, right? Where once it's built, you literally can disconnect your time from your money, and the money can be there and your time can be there, and you can do the things that you want to do. I was actually listening to an audio this morning. We have a book of the month in our community, and this month it's called Secrets of the World Class by Steve Siebold. And he said on the audio, he said, if you woke up this morning and went to work because you had to, money has mastered you. If you woke up this morning and went to work because you want to, you have mastered money. And I don't know if I've mastered money, but when I heard that, I was like, that's me. I don't have to work. You know, Amy mentioned I retired last year. And how do you retire? It's when you have that pipeline money that is equal or more than your monthly expenses, so that you don't have to go to work if you don't want to. And one of the things that we've done, because we've had great mentors, is we've invested the money that we've made in home business into income producing assets. And so we're at a spot where literally this business that we're building all together, I don't even really need it. It could go away and we would still be fine because we have money from our investments. And that's really where we want to help people get. We want to help people. Our vision is freedom through principle-centered leadership. And so what is freedom? It's that. It's helping people build residual income to whatever level they feel is necessary so they can be free in the way that's important to them. And then that's what our company is all about. That's our vision. But in any case, back to my story. So 1 year, didn't make any money in network marketing. One of the company owners of that first company actually got put in prison in the state of Utah for mismanagement of funds. That was my first experience in network marketing. And then I was like, okay, should I quit? No, you don't quit, right? You keep going.
Frozen.
What's that? Am I frozen?
You were frozen for me for a second. I don't know if you were frozen.
Oh, okay. So anyway, I joined the next company, went to work, started building a downline, actually got my income up to about $1,200 a month with a team of 600 people. And that company decided one day to take, we were building a binary, which means you have a left leg and a right leg. And one day they said, we're going to take.
Hold on a second. 600 people was only $1,200 a month, $2
right.
a person.
Yeah. 600
what?
600 active people. That's right. Yeah. 600 active customers, $1,200 a month. So about $2 residual, right?
It's crazy.
So that's not awesome. I mean, it's better than nothing. Like $1,200 a month residual. That's pretty cool. But it took a big team to do that. And then once the big team was built, the company decided, oh, we're going to move part of Paul's downline over to another spot in the company. And it dropped my income from $1,200 a month down to $300 a month. And at this point in time, I had actually quit my job and went full time because I saw the dream and I was like, I want to work full time on my fortune. I don't want to work, like Jim Rohn used to say, you work full time on your job, part time on your fortune. But I had this dream in my heart and I was like, man, I got to get full time because I want this freedom. So I quit my job and then the company did that. And it's like, ouch, and at this point I was living in this trailer house, living off savings. So now my income's down from $1,200 to $300. I've got a wife and a newborn baby. My newborn baby gets diagnosed with this condition called craniosynostosis, which means the bones in his head are fused together, which means he was going to have a $50,000 surgery down at Primary Children's Hospital. So I'm living in a trailer, $300 a month coming in. Newborn baby has to have this surgery. And it's like, what am I going to do? Like, this is not working. And long story short, I had this moment of desperation where I offered this prayer and I got I feel like it was an answer to prayer that was like, hey, you need to start studying this book and not just studying the book, but apply the principles the book teaches, right? Principle-centered leadership. So I started applying these principles in combination with finding the internet and the ability to, like Mike said, do videos, do blogs, attract people to you. And the next thing you know, I'm making $3,000 a month, which was my goal. That was the money that I needed. And I'm doing $1,500 in a system and $1,500 in a network marketing company. And I'm like, wow, yeah, $3,000 a month, finally did it. And one day I'm I'm driving to the airport, Salt Lake City airport, on a company conference call with my network marketing company. Company owner says, hey, this thing we promised all of you guys where if you hit this presidential rank, you would get triple the residual for life. And we're like, yeah, that's awesome. And we just worked really hard to do that. And he's like, turns out we're not going to be able to do that. So we're going to take that away. And my income got cut by 2/3. So it went from $1,500 a month in that network marketing company down to $500 a month. Boom, gone. Like income gone. And he's like, see you at the next event. Like, no sorry, no apology. He literally went back on his word. And just, this is another interesting part of the story, is we had people in our support team telling us, triple the residual for life. You guys do whatever you can to make this happen. Buy boxes of product. I had a person on my team who went and took his car to a payday title loan so we could have enough money to buy all this liquid juice so we could hit this rank, so we could have triple the residual for life. And then they just yanked it away without even an apology, right? So it's like, oh man, like another punch in the gut. What do? Do you quit? No, because freedom is something that is so worth fighting for, right? So you get up and you join something else. And that's what I did. I found this next company, which is the company that I met Mike in. We were selling a nutritional product and applying the principles, right? The principles, using the internet, using laws of success. The downline in that company got to over 120,000 in volume. That's where I hit my first 6-figure income. I became the #1 recruiter and earner in that company. And everything was going awesome until one day the company owner had a conference call and he said, we're not growing quite fast enough for the board. And so we're going to launch a sister company and it's going to be great. We know we're doing nutritional products, but now we're going to have fuel additives and we'll have 2 different brands and 2 different comp plans. And we'll all be promoting the same 2 different things and it'll be great. Well, guess what? It wasn't great. What happened was everybody got so confused that I watched in horror as my income that was shooting like a rocket ship just started to sink like the Titanic. And there was nothing I could do to stop it. And I remember one time I got on a conference call with my sponsor, with our team, and we literally were in tears because we felt so bad because we'd been telling people, this is the one, like, this is how we're going to build that freedom. Like, we finally found it, guys, believe in it. It's going to be great. And then that happened. And we had to go to those people who were, like I think about you, Amy, I see pictures of you with your daughters and, the things you do with your daughters. And I look at you and I'm like, this is a mom with kids who's depending upon our company, like that's a big responsibility. Like you can't just shut it down. You can't just like mess with it. Like these are people's lives you're playing with, And I just don't understand how sometimes people don't take that seriously. And when I see you, Amy, and all you do, like, you really inspire me. And it's like, that's why we're building this company. Like, that's why we're going to be around for the long haul, because we've got to be the change we wish to see in the world, So that company went away and then joined another company. And Mike and I and Amy, you were in this other company. And again, I thought this was the one, and I remember we'd have teams go to company events. And I remember one of the things I would tell our team before the event is I would say, I want you to look in the company owner's eyes and see if you can see into his heart and feel his heart. Because when you join a company, what you really want to do is you want to get a sense for who started it and how committed are they to seeing it through. And at the time, I thought this is going to last forever. In fact, he used to say, he goes, if we get 10 years down the road and you look around and we're not working together, it won't be because I left you. It'll be because you left. And that was so inspiring to me because that's what I wanted. I never joined this business. I never started to build a home-based business because I wanted to jump around from company to company to company. Like, that's not what you want to do. You join because you want to build a residual income that can create time freedom with people that you can trust and have fun with and learn from and be inspired by. And if you got to join different things all the time, it's not residual income and it's not fun, right? And so I do think that leader meant what he said for the longest time, but some challenges came up. He had some personal issues, some demons to deal with. And long story short, like Mike mentioned, that company started making decisions that were way out of alignment with our values. and people started being treated in a way that honestly made our hearts hurt. And we're like, this doesn't feel good. Like, even though we're making great money, even though we're on the leadership council, we don't really want to continue on in business this way. And so that's when we started to think about what should we do next. And honestly, one of the real options that we considered, Mike and I, is we considered getting out of the home business profession altogether, because we said for 10 years, we've been preaching this dream of residual income. Here we are, however many years later, and guess what? It just keeps disappearing. And so we don't feel real good about that. And so we thought we could go get a job, we could get out. We thought about, different legacy companies we could join. And there are some great legacy companies out there. For us, we like the idea of being able to earn more commissions for the sales that we make. That's an idea that we like. And so affiliate marketing really appeals to us. We also don't like so much. I mean, we're for freedom. And so some of these companies, they put so many restrictions on you, like what you can do, what you can't do, what you can't say. It's really restrictive. And so we looked at some of these other opportunities that we could join and say, we could join those, but we'd be really restricted in what we could do. And then we had this crazy idea. It was like, well, gosh, maybe we could, like Gandhi said, be the change we wish to see in the world. And maybe we could create the dream business that we always wanted. And maybe we can be the leaders that we always wanted. Maybe we can turn into those leaders. And maybe we can find other people that want to do the same thing. And so that's when we started the Home Business Academy 4 years ago. And I'll share just one other thing that Amy asked me to touch on, and then send it back to you, Amy. She talks about this tree. So our vision is freedom through principle-centered leadership. And this tree is like a metaphor that never ends with its meanings. I could go on and on and on, but I'll just tell you part of the story behind this tree. So there's this great book called Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand. And in the beginning, Jim Rohn actually recommended this book on an audio that I listened to way back when I was living in a single wide trailer house. He was talking about reading books and Think and Grow Rich. Doesn't that title intrigue you? Isn't that a book you should read? Put that one on your list. And then he rattled off these lists of books, and Atlas Shrugged was one of them. And he said it was a towering novel, and it is. It's like 800 pages. And in the beginning part of this story, Ayn Rand opens it up with this character named Eddie Willers. And there's this estate, like this multi-million-dollar estate. It was called the Taggart Estate. And it was the estate of this railroad family that owned and operated a railroad for a few generations in their family. And Eddie Willers is reflecting as he's walking by the front yard of this estate of how when he was a child, there was this massive oak tree in the yard that was always a symbol of strength for him. He was like, nothing can damage this oak tree. It's going to be planted forever, right? And that was his reflection as he was a child. Well, as an adult, and by the way, as part of the story is opening up, it's describing a part of the current state of government and economics here in the United States is where the story takes place, where people had lost their values. They'd lost their principles in a major way. And so as he's walking by this estate, he notices that this oak tree, I think it was fallen over, and it had a rotted out core. And he said it felt like an immense betrayal, is what he said. And so that symbol of that oak tree that we wear on our shirt, one of the things that we like to think that it represents is we like to think it represents standing for something, planting yourself in good values, in good principles that you can base your business on and you can base your life on. And that's one of the reasons that we champion, this symbol on our tree, because we want to be the people that stand for something. And, when we look back over our home business careers and we see all of the things that were great, and there's a lot of great stuff in home business, even if you're in a company that goes out of business, or even if you're in a company that, does you wrong. You get introduced to possibility thinking, you get introduced to personal development, you get introduced to amazing people who believe in crazy things like, that you can make your life better by the things you think and the choices you make. I mean, that's kind of a crazy thing to think for a lot of people. You start to believe that you can have an impact on the world for the better. And all of that is so good, that you find in the home business profession. And some of the things, as I mentioned, were not so good. And so we think that we can look over all of that story and say, well, let's create something that has all of the greatness and none of the other stuff. And that's really what the Home Business Academy is all about. So hopefully I didn't ramble on too long, Amy. I'll send it back to you.
No, not at all. It's good. It's really good to hear everything that you said and everything that Mike said. And I mean, I have some other things that I want to ask you guys, but real quick, one of the questions that came in was about what makes you think that this will last. And he also said there's only a couple of MLMs that ever made it and all others have failed. So first of all, I just want to say that one of the things I love about the Home Business Academy is that it's not an MLM. There are no levels here. There are no ranks. It's not, like Paul said, it's all the stuff. I mean, some people might like that stuff, but for me, I was never going back there after all the stuff I've been through. And this is different than that. This is just straight affiliate marketing, and we all get paid. The reason that we can get paid 80% commissions is because the commissions are not divided among a bunch of levels. Like the commissions just go to the one person who does, has the result, who, makes the sale. So I just wanted to clarify that, because it is one of the things that I absolutely love about this place. I love that I can make 80% commissions on my own efforts, because one of the things that I learned from being in network marketing for so many years, and I'm not knocking network marketing. I know it's a great industry. I just got to the point where I was burned out because of all of the stuff that happened with these different companies I was in. And I've built lots of teams. And one of the things that I did not like about the team building was that in most of the things that I built in network marketing, the biggest chunk of the commissions that I could make were based on somebody else's effort. So my job was to motivate people to do stuff. And I only got paid on the second level, you get paid more than on the first level and all this different stuff. So I ended up being this person that was trying to get other people to do stuff or find people that were going to do stuff. And I just, I liked certain things about it, but I like this a lot more. I like being able to help people because I want to, but not depending on what anyone else is going to do to feed my family. So that's one of the things I really love about this. But anyway, I just wanted to clear up the MLM thing, because this is not an MLM. And as a matter of fact, if you are in an MLM, network marketing company, this our community is still a great place for you to come and be a part of. And I'll let Mike and Paul tell you how that works. But if you could touch on that, Paul, how you're able to pay 80% commissions, and maybe just a little bit about how this all came to be, why you set it up this way. Yeah. And to answer the question, what makes you think it'll last?
So real quick, since we're on the topic of MLM, I'll just chime in here real quick. I actually like this concept that I kind of came up with. Those of you who maybe like that type of thing, like you like MLM, or maybe you want to build an MLM, I actually consider what we do I call it a residual income enhancer, right? A residual income enhancer, because I was actually running the numbers. Remember that 30 curse? Well, it's a 30 blessing, right? And by the way, I got over that curse. The most I ever sponsored in one company is 2,200 people now. So I want to just throw that out there. 30 was a curse for a long time, and I broke through the curse, right? So it was kind of cool. But I wanted to just throw out a quick number, and I'll throw these up on the screen here. Actually, I can't share yet. Oh, you might have to enable it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's talk about that 30 for a second.
You can share it now.
And I want to just throw this number out there, and this has to do if you guys do want to build your primary business. It could be whatever you want to build, right? But check this out. So let's just give you the benefit of the doubt. So one of the things that I believe in, and let me blow this up. One of the things I believe wholeheartedly is you should know how much you make per sale. So do you know how much you make in your MLM? And a lot of people don't. They just go by the two who get two, who get two, who get two. They don't actually figure out what they make. So if you made 30 sales, how many of you can tell me how much you would make in your network marketing business with 30 sales? I just want to know. Let me know in the comments. Well, I'm just going to give people the benefit of the doubt. And a couple like Paul was doing, you're getting paid $1 a person, right? Some of them are $5. The best one I've seen is 13. So like $13 per person. So that would only be, so if you got paid, so let's
and
just
that's
go
from an info product, by the way. It's an info product
exactly.
that's
that was
in an MLM model.
Exactly. So anyway, let's just say $150. So that's what, $5 a piece, right? So here's what ends up happening. Someone comes out there and they just start promoting and they get 30 sales, and then they're making $150 a month, and then their auto ship is 160. Right? And so they made 30 sales and they are breaking even, and they're depressed, right? And they want to quit. And then they quit, and then they jump to the next thing, and they bring 30 over there, and then they get the same roller coaster thing. Their auto ship is more than what they're making in residuals, and they are getting 30 sales, and they think they're doing good, but they're not. They're there. So let's take those same 30 and let's just apply this. Everyone in any MLM needs a funnel builder and coaching on how to market the business. Every single MLMer on the planet. So what if you built them together? What if it was a package? What if you had your network marketing business and home business academy together? Now let's take those same 30 sales. Check this out. So now you still make your $150 from the MLM, right? You plug them all into the funnel builder so that they can use your pages that you're building for your team. So you build out the pages for your team, just like you can do in our system. You build out the pages for your team. Your whole team start using it. So now you've got 30 times 20, which is 600, right? You got $600 residual income now on top of the 150. Now let's say 30% of those upgrade to Hba Premium. Now you're at 900 more. So if you take 900 plus 600 plus 150, the same 30 people is now paying you $1,650 residual income from 30 total people. So I want you guys to think this. Does that more than cover your auto ship? Yes, that will cover most people's house payment. Okay, so now they're excited to stay around and not quit. In the first scenario, just with their network marketing business, they're quitting, right? They're quitting. Same sales. We're not talking any more sales. We're talking same sales. Now you're making a house payment in residual income. So this is a residual. How much more times is that? Do you guys know the let's see, divided by 1650? So that would be 9 times
10 or 11.
Yeah, almost 10xing your income. So just with HBA,
Grant Cardone would be proud of our business model.
Yeah, exactly. You'll 10x your residual income with the same sales. So that's all I got to share about that. Just wanted to throw that out there.
Imagine if with Paul's 600 people, what that would be.
Right.
Right,
I like how
exactly.
Mike under promises. Like whenever I say 30 people, it's like, well, that's over $3,000 because $100 a piece. But Mike says, no, let's say only 30% of them
Yeah,
upgrade.
that's what
So
I was
that's
thinking
cool.
the same thing. I'm like, that's
So that's
very
Yeah, now, yeah, that
conservative.
keep that in mind. If all of your people upgraded to both products, then you're looking over $3,000, $4,000 residual. So this is just a 30% of your people upgrade. So definitely good point.
I wanted to touch on one thing real quick. Steve DeWitt says, what makes you think this will last? And that is a great question. And first, I will say, if anyone looks you in the eye and promises you that we will be around forever, I don't think that's a promise people can keep, only because there's so many different variables that happen in the marketplace. But the best thing I think you can do whether it's us or is somewhere else, a mentor one time told me the greatest indicator of the future is the past. And so I just say, look at our track record. Mike mentioned that we've been doing these daily masterminds since 2011. We have an archive of them, clear back since 2011, daily masterminds, an hour a day, Monday through Friday, every year, every month, every day since 2011. That's 9 years. We have been having a dream of building freedom for ourselves, being there to support people. And you can look at our history. I mean, I think that's a great indicator. The other thing that I would say is that our products, for the most part, are products that we created. They're information products. And so there's not a lot that can happen, to mess that up really, like there would be with maybe a 300 physical products that, might be marketed in another company. And then the last thing is, we're, as I've mentioned, we're committed, and I can say we're committed, but then I can show you our past. And I think our past speaks a lot louder than we're committed. We're committed to do this forever. As Amy mentioned, like in my soul, this is my life purpose. This is what I'm on the planet to do. I'm supposed to be an example of freedom. I wanted it. I got it. And I'm supposed to be an example, and I'm supposed to be there for people, to support people and teach people on how to do that. So for me, this is a lifetime thing. Like I can't think of anything else in my life on the planet that I would rather dedicate and devote my life to than inspiring people and empowering people to go for freedom and make smart choices and build freedom in their lives. It's just something that it's deep down inside of who I am. And then the last thing is I like to think we're smart on choosing our vendors. The few vendor partners that we have, we just introduced a new payment system, and it took us over 2 months to find the right partner. Why? Because we don't want things to go wrong. And so we selected a partner that's been in business for over 10 years and does $10 billion a year in transactions. It's not a fly-by-night company. It's not a new company. It's not a company that's going to be here today, gone tomorrow. And we make those choices because we have the intention of being here for the long haul. So hopefully that answers that question, Steve.
And yeah, and on that partnership, we looked at a lot of different ones, and there were some that we were actually considering, and we would email them and ask them a question, and it took them a week to get back to us. And then we're like, man, I wonder how this would be long term. You know what I mean? And then we would ask this other company a question, and like within an hour had an answer. In fact, I just did this today. Like someone's social security number didn't verify or whatever. I sent them an email, and they literally got back to me within an hour, and I was able to fix the problem. So it was like, what the heck? Like, this is cool, So yeah, we pick people that we want to make sure that, the company can grow and scale. So.
Well, like you guys always, or Paul always says, you spot it, you got it, because that's how you guys operate. I mean, that's been my experience. It's one of the, for all of us, anybody that's in the Home Business Academy that wants to chime in the comments can attest to this. The level of commitment that you guys have and your enthusiasm, like what Paul was saying, like this is part of his purpose. It shows every single day that this is, what he's here to do. And Mike, like same thing, like it doesn't matter what day it is, what time of the day it is. If me or somebody has a question about anything, like I never wait more than 4 minutes for like Seriously, it's amazing to me. It's like, you know what I mean? Like these guys are so accessible, but they're so committed to making sure that everybody's taken care of. They listen to what we have to say. If we have any, any suggestions or questions, I mean, it's awesome. So
we were having a challenge getting your new commission thing set up on Friday, right? And we did the pay run Saturday morning. I did an extra pay run Saturday morning because I didn't want you to be without your commissions,
I know. And I was like, I didn't expect it. I wasn't around on Friday. I was doing a One Tree Hill walking tour with my daughter, trying to do my stuff on my phone. You know, when you said that there was an issue with we were switching over to a new payment system, and I was trying to do it from my phone. And I was like, I need to wait till I get home. And I didn't get home till like late that night. And I was like, I did what I said I was going to do, but I didn't expect to get paid until at least Monday, which was fine. But then Saturday morning, Paul's like, I just got you paid. And I was just like, what? So yeah, so that's why I think you guys are able to find, like, you want to work with people that operate that way, high integrity people that are accessible, that realize that, taking a week isn't always going to work, or it's just not ideal. And so I think that's, and you're, I think maybe this will be a good segue into kind of the product suite that we have here, what actually is in the Home Business Academy. But one of the products, and you can talk more about this, is the Financial Literacy Academy, which is about being financially free. It's about learning how to save money on your taxes and how to invest and all this different stuff. But one of the things that Mike and Paul are so passionate about is not overspending, and not spending money you don't have to spend, not overspending, and being really on top of what you are spending, like keeping a close eye on it. And that's one of the reasons why they can afford to pay 80% commissions. So do you guys want to kind of talk about what are the products inside of the Home Business Academy? And
let me say just one thing, and then Mike, if you want to hit the products, but thinking about like what are things that could hurt a company, and we kind of have some experience because we've been in this type of business for so long that we've seen things that have taken companies down. Like Amy just mentioned, overspending. Like one company we were in, they would have you stay in the biggest, nicest hotels, and they would just spend money like it was water, and they got into financial trouble, right? And so we don't do that. We're very frugal. Not frugal in a bad way. I mean, quality is one of our founding principles. So we do believe in quality, but we don't believe in spending unnecessary money. So that's something that I feel we've kind of got going for us. Another thing that hurts companies is partnerships gone bad. And we've seen that also, where two people get together, they're jiving, they're working together, and then all of a sudden the partnership sours and it hurts the company. Well, I've been working with Mike for years before we started the Home Business Academy 4 years ago. But Mike, you heard Mike say we've been working together since 2011 in different projects. And I'll tell you, I love this guy. Like I count on him. I trust him. I know he'll be there. He's been there for years and years and years. I see him serve people, like Amy said. And so this isn't like a new partnership where we're like, hey, let's get together and start, you've got these positive attributes, I got these positive attributes, let's start a company. It's like, no, we've been friends and partners for many years before starting the Home Business Academy. And again, best indicator of the future is the past. So we've got that past, behind us. So yeah.
Awesome. And yeah, the cool thing about our product suite is it literally can help anyone in any business, or you can just sell our products and make commissions from them, right? We talk about that as well. So there's two types of people that can really benefit from this. And I guess I could just share my screen and just show you the back office. That's probably the best way to show you what we've got. But yeah, she was talking about the Financial Literacy Academy. And just by the way, I just want to throw out there this membership site that I'm walking you guys through, like with these different products at the top here. This is built inside of our first product called the Hba Funnel Builder. And so the Hba Funnel Builder is a software that you can build landing pages, capture pages, and things like that. So like, for example, this would be a landing page where, you know, someone, so you can build, let me just show you a quick little thing here. So if you basically go in the builder, you can click add a new page, and you can build out capture pages, sales pages, and we have templates for you to choose from, landing pages, contact us pages, privacy policies. You can create all these different pages that you would do. There's systems that, you know, donate their pages. So there's like different marketing systems, and there's even other MLM companies, you know, if there's like a leader in that company that donate pages to the builder, and we put those in the template. So if you're part of an MLM and you're a leader and you build that page, we can create a category for your company. Like this MLM here, they submitted these pages for us to use, for people in that company to use for their reps, right? And we just put them in there as templates. So we can do that too. So we can serve a lot of different people. So one category of person is someone just trying to build their business right now. You probably need a page builder like this. There's also a little bit more advanced stuff that you can do, like a membership site. Like I just showed you right here, this is a membership site where we deliver a product, and people can deliver that product via a membership site, right? They can sell their own products, right? You can connect it to any merchant account. In fact, if you look back here, if you click under settings and you go over to, or actually store, sorry, you go to store, and then under payment methods, look at this, guys. You can connect to Braintree, to Checkout, PayPal, Mobile Pay, PayU, PaySticker. I mean, like all these different things that you can use. Authorize.net, Stripe is one of them, right? So all of these different payment processors to collect payments to sell your own products, right? So you can sell your own products, like we're selling the Home Business Academy in our own membership site, right? So that is the first product we have. It's a complete software to build whatever kind of website you want to build. And if you have team members that, so for example, you guys are on a page right now that Amy created, which if I can pull her page over here, as you can see, she put this video on there. She has a headline, and then she has a button below this video where when you click that button, the person who invited you here will get credit for the sale, right? Because they have a little ID at the top here that you can just put your HBA ID there, or token, and boom, and then you get credit for the sales. And you can build these pages without any HTML code, okay? You basically just follow the directions that we give you inside of the funnel builder. And there's a little module right here. Let me show you, replicating pages for your team. How to replicate a page for your team. Boom. And we just have timestamps. We have a complete walkthrough on how to create a page that Amy created right here, the one that you're on right now. And it's step-by-step inside of the product. So bottom line is, this is a software tool any company in any business probably needs. In fact, some of you probably already pay for a software like Lead Pages or ClickFunnels, or I mean, there's a whole bunch of them out there. Kajabi, I mean, you name it. There's a whole bunch of these page builders out there. The difference here is those are usually $97 and above. I've seen some for $57, but get this, you get all these features, all these things that you can do for 25. Okay, for 25. In fact, you can create a booking system, which is a whole nother thing. We have things in the works, like there's going to be abilities to eventually email your leads back here. So, I mean, there's a whole bunch of different things that are coming in the future that the programmers are working on. And yeah, and you get your own little cool little CRM to manage all of your leads.
So hey, how much residuals does that pay, Mike, out of 25?
Oh yeah, so that's the second part. So the first part is our products can serve you in whatever you're doing, whatever you're building. The second way our products can serve you is we pay out a dynamic, is that even a word? Dynamic
It is now.
amount of money. And how you guys, so let me go over here, right here. So you see how 600 residuals from 30 sales? Well, how does that work? Well, the funnel builder is $25 is your price, right? We pay $20 residual on that. So that is 80% commission. Okay, 80% commission. The highest competitor that I know of pays 40%. 40. A lot of them are 30% or less, but the highest one I know of is 40%. So we pay double the commissions the highest competitor does in our niche.
Plus, we get way, way, way more stuff for way, way, way less money inside of this.
Exactly. So you're putting more, yeah. So you're putting more money in your pocket. You're saving more money, which is a principle we believe in. You save more money. You get the same quality. I actually think it's higher quality. In fact, one of the qualities I want to just assure people is you're not just going to buy our funnel builder and then the websites are going to go down tomorrow, because all of our pages are hosted on Amazon servers. So unless Amazon goes down, which they have the biggest servers in the world, I think they might be close there with Facebook. I don't know who has a bigger server. I think Amazon does, but they might be close, right? But you can't buy Facebook servers, right? You can only get Amazon. So it's the best quality server there is. So the pages are going to work and they're going to be lightning fast. And if you want to test it, go to one of our pages, do a speed test or whatever. I don't know. I don't even know a website to do that on, but I know that there's some out there, and it performs a lot better than most other systems. So anyway, that's the first product. Second product, maybe Paul can talk about it, so I'm not talking about it forever. But if you want to talk about Hba Premium.
Yeah, I'll just do it in a nutshell. So if you can think of it this way, it's everything that you would need to know from mindset and skill set to build a successful business from home, including all kinds of lead generation, all kinds of sales conversion, setting up videos that show up on first page of Google, blog posts that show up on first page of Google, unlimited free leads with Facebook, like literally everything we have done to build million and multi-million dollar businesses from home. We put these modules in here. And what's your time worth? If you're a leader, one of the ideas is you want to make money, you want to serve people, you want to make money, and hopefully disconnect your time from your money as much as possible. So do you want to be the one teaching your team members about how to do Facebook, or about how to do YouTube, or about how to blog in the right way, or, yada, yada, yada? Or would you rather have a hub that you can send them that has information you can count on, that will teach them in a better way, systematized every single time? That's what this product is about. It also includes coaching. So not only do you have all the video modules and audio modules, you have weekly live coaching every Monday, where you can come and hang out with all the top leaders in our community, get training, get inspiration, and have any question that you have answered live, so that you can know you'll never get stuck. You'll never have to keep confusion. You never have to allow confusion to keep you from moving forward. And all of this, you get all of this. It pays $100 residual for every single referral, and the total cost is only $125 a month.
Oh, I was muted there. But so basically
it was quiet. Here, let me add a different effect. The crowd goes wild.
Crowd goes wild. Yeah. So basically $100 a month residual. So that's when I gave you this 900. That's so basically 30 sales, 30% of them upgrade. That's where that 900 came from. Was this $100 a month residual. So that's only 9 of the 30 converting into the builder, right? So imagine if you get 30 customers on just these two things. Now look at, if you really think about that, that's $120 times 30. So let's say you bring 30 customers into this, just HBA. Let's say you don't even have another business that you want to build. You just want to build HBA. You just want to make money here. Well, look at this, guys, 30 customers with both products will pay you residual income. And the reason I want to bring this up is this is residual income. Like that's what everybody dreams about, right? Everyone that does network marketing, what did they, when you saw that chart, it said get two, get two, get two, get two. What was your goal? Was your goal to get two that get two and get 1 million people in your downline? Or was your goal residual income? Right? If your goal was residual income, go get 30 customers in the Hba products and boom, now you've got a full-time income. In fact, I was calculating what a full-time income was. I was making $18 an hour at my last job, which was Walmart distribution center. I was making 18 bucks an hour. $18 an hour times 40 hours a week is $720. If you times that by 4, that was $2,800 a month at 18 bucks an hour. And who in here thinks that $18 an hour sounds like a lot of money? Right? Like most people who have jobs think $18 an hour is a lot of money. But this right here, 30 customers beats that income. You see what I'm saying? 30 customers.
Plus, you don't even have to be there for the hour to get the money because it's a residual. Like that's even better.
So it's residual. So let's say it takes you 1 year to get 30 customers. I'm just going really conservative here. Let's say it takes you 1 year to get 30 active customers to get your $3,600 residual. Well, in a job, you have to stay there forever to keep your residual there. Here, you're getting that month after month, even if you never sponsor another person again, unless they quit and then you have to replace them or whatever. But I'm just throwing an example out there. When you build a residual income, it comes in month after month, whether you work or not. So that is the key here. So anyway, I like that number 30 because that's where I was stuck forever. But what's cool is if I had this system with my curse of 30, it wouldn't have been a curse. It would have been a blessing. It would have been like, yes, right? Like I'm never leaving this company ever again. Like if my 30 paid me this kind of money. You know what I mean? That is cool. That is cool. So anyway, those are our two products. And then the third product, Amy already talked about it, but we, like she said, we try to be frugal and we partner ourselves with people that believe in that same philosophy. Like Paul, for example, he has made a lot of money car flipping, investing in mobile homes, property management, and like different things that he's done. And he teaches everything in this academy. So that's one way to multiply your money. So when you start making all this money in HBA, you can start turning around and doing these different strategies to multiply that money, right? And we have a leader on our in our community, Nick, who also makes money in a passive way, who is actually working on more modules for this guerrilla money strategies. We're not going to let the cat out of the bag, but he's working on something that he's doing for passive marketing or passive investing that he's also going to add a module back here on. So we're going to be continuing to help you grow your money, but then also putting more money in your pocket. So like, for example, and I just want to throw this out there, if you earn $100 residual, is that the same as saving $100 a month? It is. Most people don't realize that. If you save $100 a month on your taxes, that's just like adding $100 residual income. Right? I just want to throw that out there. So think about that for a second. And we hired this guy, Mark Kohler, to show us how to do that, right? How to save on our taxes. And he did the training back here, and we paid him out of our pocket to do the training. We actually hired him to do the training for us because we're not tax professionals, but he is, right? So we paid a tax professional to give advice, right? Because we can't give advice. So why not pay someone to give advice? So we did that. And then, obviously eliminating debt and all these different things. So anyway, that's the three products in a nutshell. You know, we help you build whatever business that you're building. We help you make more residual income. And we also help you take that income and multiply it and keep more of it, and make more of it at the same time. And that's really what our company does for you from a product level. And hopefully you guys are excited about that.
Yep. And everything just, it's the comp plan is very simple. Everything pays 80% commissions.
Yeah, it's a simple comp plan. It's like one level, 80%, anything they buy, boom, comp plan done. like
so
you
good.
don't have to explain too much.
Yeah.
Absolutely. On our company page where we have the compensation plan, we say, we apologize in advance for this being such a short page, but the great news is our plan is very simple. 80% on all qualified sales, no point systems, volume requirements, ongoing production requirements, complicated hoops to jump through, multi-level payouts, one tier. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And congratulations to John Miller, who got started just 3 minutes ago and purchased the Financial Literacy Academy. So we actually have sales coming in while we're on this webinar.
That's awesome. Congratulations, John. You're going to love it.
And congrats to Michael Reif, who has been in for 3 weeks, and he's already got $220 residual.
That's the other thing I was going to say. As far as like people falling away, what I've noticed is like on the Monday night masterminds, Paul always reads off the names of the people that have like made a sale in the last week. And he's reading the names off, and I'm like recognizing a bunch of the people that I just sponsored. They're already making sales. And I'm like, once someone makes a sale, the cost of their product is almost paid for because they're paying 25 and they're making 20. Why would they ever quit? Now they have the best page builder tool on the planet for $5 a month, and one more sale and they're in profit. So that's the other cool thing. People can get into profit so quickly. And once they do, they never leave. And then the residual income you don't have to keep replacing people that are falling away because nobody's going to fall away.
Some people say 3 and you're free. And we're trying to come up with something catchy because ours is 2 and you're in profit. So not 3 and you're free, 2 and you're in profit.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say is, 3 and free is actually a popular program out there. People love it.
Yeah.
3 and you're free, 3 and you're free. Everyone promotes that. But it's like, man, 2 and in profit, that's so much cooler. Like, could you imagine joining any business in the world and on your second, like think about CrossFit gym for a second. I pay $135 a month to go to CrossFit. It would be really amazing if that CrossFit gym only had 2 members and they were in profit. I guarantee they're not in profit with 2 members. Like, they've got overhead. They've got, like, in our overhead here is $25 or $125 or whatever, right? But we're counting all of your overhead, everything you pay for, 2 sales puts you in profit. That does not happen in any other industry or business. It just doesn't happen. It can't happen in a network marketing business either. Why? Because they have physical products. You can't pay out 80% commission on that kind of a product. So, but if you combine it, like I said, if you combine the 2 companies, you can enhance your residual income. And think about this. If you love your company you're in right now, wouldn't you love it even more if you brought 30 people into that company and were making $1,600 to $3,000 a month? You would love your
company. People that you bring in are going to have more success because they're going to be able to duplicate faster with these tools.
Yeah.
Like when I first started, so I was living in a trailer. I told you guys I was jobless. I don't think I would have been, and I was building an MLM. I don't think I would have been able to survive on my MLM alone. That's why I had a system, right? I had a system and I had an MLM. And with those 2 combined, I was able to hit my first $3,000 a month. And if you're going to market on the internet, it just makes sense to have not just your MLM. Because here's just a little tip to attraction, right? Mike mentioned attraction. You want to attract people to you. So on the internet, if you can target people who are in network marketing or MLM, right? You want to attract them by offering things that they can find value in. And if you don't, you'll repel them and you'll lose money. You'll leave money on the table because these are, as Mike mentioned, these are things people must have. If you're going to build a business on the internet, you must have a lead capture page. You must have an autoresponder. So it just makes all the sense in the world to me. Like, I don't understand how anyone would not just be like, yes, this makes sense. Let's go.
Well, so, it does. It's a no-brainer. That's why we're growing so fast.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, why would you pay $297 for a product that doesn't even have as much stuff as our $25 one has? It's a no-brainer, you know?
Yeah.
And then to get paid 80% commissions on top of that for referring people to it.
Yep.
Yeah, it is a no-brainer, I think. So I know we've gone past the time, but I still was wondering if you guys would talk a little bit about, the thing that I mentioned earlier in the call about the charitable contribution aspect of the Home Business Academy, and how the Academy is actually providing meals for starving children. And so I just think it's important for people to understand, again, like the heart and the soul of this company is about making a difference, being the change. And so if you could share a little bit about that and why you chose this particular charity to partner with, and what that experience has been like.
Yeah. Do you want me to talk about it, Mike, or do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, so I'll just show you a screenshot real quick. So this is the back office, and we update this every month. And as you can see right here, 101,828 meals have been provided to kids so far, from just what we're doing in the community. So every month, so here's how we do it. So as people make HBA sales and premium sales and FLA sales, so all three of our products are in this pool. So we take this pool of money that's coming in, and we take a percentage of this money, and every month we pay out for kids. And last month we were at, I believe, 90,000 or something like that. So in 1 month we were able to contribute over probably around 10,000 or so meals, like 10,000. Paul can correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah. So that's what.
No, that's right. And maybe I'll just talk a little bit about the background and some things about the charity. So this idea actually came up. I was on a plane flight and I was reading a book by Peter Diamandis, who's he's a very, very successful guy. And he talked about, I don't know I think he was talking about a company that every time they grew, they did like water wells for people in Africa who didn't have water. And I was like, oh, that is so inspiring. Like, to be a part of something where when you win, the humanity wins, and so I messaged Mike right after I got off the plane, and I told him the idea, and I was like, man, imagine if we had something like that. We were talking about this idea for the Academy, and he's like, yeah, that'd be great. And then, the other thing behind it, with us being able to, found the company, a question that really guides everything we've done is, how can we make this the thing that we want to promote, like that is the best thing ever, because if we make it that, then we'll be successful promoting it. We'll never get tired of it. And all of the affiliates they'll love promoting it. They'll never get tired of it. So we're always looking for things to do to make it like just amazing, because why would you not want it to be amazing, right? Is it because you want to be motivated to move it? And so we thought about that idea, like, well, what if, when we made a sale, with the affiliate won, the customer won, and humanity won. And so we're like, we want to do that. And so we started looking for all these different charities. And, one of the challenges with charities is you never know, like some charities have like huge overhead. So you'll donate $1 and then 10 cents will actually make it to, the person who needs it. And so we didn't want that, right? So there were a bunch of them that were like that. So we kept looking. That was one thing we wanted. We wanted to make sure that the money we sent in, they had low overhead and actually went to people in need. The other thing that we wanted was we wanted good marketing. So what I mean by that is we wanted the company to have a story that could really like pull your heartstrings. And so this company that we found, Feed My Starving Children, you can actually go to the Home Business Academy, and we have a video at the very bottom of the page where there's like this 2-3 minute video. And man, when you watch that video, I mean, when I watched it, I was like, oh, like I just felt so inspired, because it wasn't one of those videos that makes you feel like, you know, all just like icky and sad and like humanity's doomed. It was sort of like an inspiring video where it showed the problem, but it also showed the solution and the impact and the difference that this organization is making, and like the smiles and the, you know, the transformation that they're, you know, performing with kids. So us being a marketing company, like that was important. We wanted a company that communicated their message well. Let's see what else. We also wanted a company where the money that we donated produced a significant result. Because one of the things that we wanted to do is we told the story, is we wanted to be able to say, you know, we've donated 100,000 meals, because that's helpful for the story. So anyway, all of these things fell into place when we found Feed My Starving Children. One of the other things that we really like about this organization is they actually don't accept any money from the government. It's 100% funded by people, like companies and people. And we, you know, not that taking money from the government's a bad thing, but we just thought that was cool. Like that they're actually funded by people with hearts that, you know, not big organizations, but like real people that want to make a difference. We thought that was cool. And then another thing that's really cool about this organization is, so they pack these, they're called meal packs, where they send these meal packs overseas, and they have these community packing events that are all over the country. So like you can actually watch videos where people will go to these locations and they'll all pitch in and like help pack the meal. It's volunteer, right? They use a lot of volunteer effort. And what that does is that helps lower the overhead so that more of the money actually makes it to kids. So that was good. But then also, we would really like at some point in time, you know, you talk about events that we might have. We think it would be the coolest thing ever for like all of us to go to one of these meal packing events and actually be there, pack the meals, and like get a feel for this organization. So we could see into the future that would be something that would be fun to do as a community. And then just one other little last thought. One of our affiliates, Jean Afifi, lives in Arizona, where they do a lot of these community meal packing events. And she went one time to volunteer. And when she was in the gift shop, I don't know where I put this, if it's handy. Oh yeah, hold on, let me grab it here. She was in the gift shop and she saw something hanging in the gift shop, and she bought it and sent one to Mike and I. She's like, "Hey, I thought of the Home Business Academy. I was here volunteering at this thing, and there's this tree, you know, like the tree on the shirt, the tree here. I don't know if you guys can see this, but in my office, one of my best friends gave me that tree up there. So it was like, I don't know, it was just like perfect. You know, it was like this little mystic sign that was like, yeah, this is the organization that we're supposed to be helping. And then they always send us these thank you notes. Like I get these thank you notes from Jessica at Feed My Starving Children, where she'll send these handwritten notes like, wow, you guys have helped so many families, and thank you, thank you, thank you. This means so much. And then she'll leave voicemails and just gratitude. And I don't know, I just think it's an awesome organization.
And the crazy thing about that tree is we did not know that was one of their symbols. Like we did not know. Like that came later. So think about this. We chose that charity, and by the way, they pay out over 90% of the money goes to the actual food. So just want to throw that out there. I don't know the exact number, but it's over 90. And we didn't know that was their symbol. And then later, like you said, Gene sent us both that thing. Paul and I both have that, but that's one of their things, the tree, right? The tree. So we didn't even know that. So it's like it was almost like attracted to us, and we didn't even know it. So it was pretty cool.
That's so cool. I'm all choked up now, but I just, yeah, I just love that we get to be a part of that. And I remember when we were trying to figure out where the event was going to be, that ended up getting canceled because of the COVID-19 stuff. and we talked about Sedona, Arizona, because then we would be able to go and do, and I really want to do that. I think that would be the coolest thing ever, to actually be there and see what's going on behind the scenes over there.
And I think so many people want to be a part of stuff like that.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
we want to feel like our life is mattering, like making a difference. Like we have to have money to have a living. We have to have money to provide. We have to have money to fund our dreams. And then beyond that, we want to feel like the work that we're doing to get the money is actually like making a difference for people, and that we're making the world a better place. Like I think so many people want that. And I also think that thing sort of attracts, as you were mentioning earlier, where did all the good people go? Jack Johnson sings, I've been changing channels. I don't see them on the TV shows, which is so true. Like the news and like they just want to divide us all and show us sometimes what feels like the worst of humanity. And so you are like, man, where's all the good people? And we're attracting them, we're attracting really great people like Amy and so many. I love the people that are in our academy, guys. I was just like walking out to this webinar. Cause that's another thing about building a business is life is short, and you can make a lot of money, but if you're doing it with people that you don't like, that's no fun. But if you can have a business where you're with people that you like, that are fun, that inspire you and make a lot of money and do good in the world, like I just don't think it can get any better than that.
My daughter, Monday night was the mastermind, and we had a hurricane started hitting us right at 8:00, which was when the mastermind started. And my daughter thought I was crazy for like trying to get on this mastermind in the beginning stages of a hurricane. And she goes, "What do you do on this call anyway?" And I said, "It's just a place that I need to go every week to just feel like be with the people that, just uplift me and be, this community." I said, it feeds my soul. And because my kids know every Monday, like I'm not available for an hour. You sometimes see them walking around behind me, like seeing themselves and stuff. Cause I'm like, but it was so cute. She's like, "So what do you do? Why? Like, and so, but it's true. It's just, it feels so good, especially when, we're in, somewhat still quarantine situation or whatever. It's like, it just feels so good to be able to come together every week and really just be with people that get each other and inspire each other and support each other. And I've never seen the type of support in any other community I've been a part of as I have seen here. Like I've enjoyed many of the communities that I've been in the home-based business industry over the years, but it's just different. Like there's no competition here, and everybody's equal. Like that's one of the things I really like about it. I've been at the higher ranks in companies that have ranks and like always striving to get to the next rank and all of that. But I think one of the cool things about the Home Business Academy is everybody's treated the same here. It doesn't matter. There are no ranks or labels. And I just love that, and it's somebody who's making, 7 figures doesn't even bat an eyelash at answering questions and supporting the people that are brand new and welcoming them in and helping them with their next steps. And it's so inspiring to watch, be a part of.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad you like that. Like, yeah.
I do. And so
we talked about that. Mike and I talked about that quite a bit. Like, should we have leaderboards? Should we show different, stats and stuff? And we decided not to for that reason. Like we want everyone to feel like they're just as important. And also, like if we want people to be motivated to build a business to make their life better, not to beat someone else or like move up a notch, because I think sometimes that does create some unhealthy behavior, where you're like, I just want to be at the top, and it's like not necessarily about like, just improving your life. So,
well, you do things out of desperation. Like I remember my first network marketing company, I was determined to have this rank advancement by a certain date to hit this goal. And I remember like driving down the street, like cold calling numbers off of the sides of like landscaping trucks and
Are
stuff.
you serious?
Like I would do anything to have this rank advancement. And it wasn't because I was like passionate about what I was sharing. It was just to get a rank advancement. It's a completely different mindset. Like here, I can't even help but rant and rave about the products here and the community here because I'm so passionate about it. And just by being passionate about it, you know, the sales happen and the business grows. But it's so different than just having the rank be a goal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just, it's just different. But the vibe is also very different because everybody's the same. There's not different, you know, people at different levels, and you feel like some people are unapproachable because they're diamonds or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. So I like that. Is there anything, you know?
Yeah, we always want to recognize everyone who's working and stuff like that. So that's one thing that we've been doing a little bit better at doing. So we want to give recognition, and we love that. But yeah, but the whole competition thing. In fact, there's a lot of books that, like I think even was A Science of Getting Rich. He talks about competition. Now I know that's a little bit more towards, you know, different industry, because at least
this is
here,
like my favorite book.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. So the concept there, he's talking a little bit more about industries competition, you know, like car dealers and things like that. But nowadays, you know, there is that in the network marketing or even the affiliate space. You know, people don't want to help each other. They're competing against each other, and they don't want to help each other. But here we wanted to avoid that. So if we do competitions or leaderboards or recognition, it's not from an angle of we're just giving recognition. It's more from that versus, but we're not going to, like, for example, hold back what we're doing just to because we're competing against you. Right. So that's the difference between our community and other communities, is everybody's giving. Right. So like if someone's succeeding in the community, what do? They come out and they share what they're doing on our Monday nights. Right. And that's coming from that's people having success in their own business and then sharing what they're doing. So we're avoiding the whole competition thing. And that's actually a principle in that book. So something that we strive to do.
Well, it's also a success mindset versus a scarcity mindset. When you generously share exactly what you're doing with everybody else who's marketing the same thing without feeling like you have to, you know, have fear and scarcity around that, and everybody wins. Like the stuff that happens on that mastermind are somebody brings something to the table that they're doing, and then somebody comes back the next week and said, well, I did what so and so said, but I also added this little tweak to it, and now this is happening. And then over the course of a few weeks, this incredible new thing came to be that I don't think anybody else other than people in the Home Business Academy even know about. And it's like a marketing strategy that's in our back office now because it works so well. And it came from everybody just sharing their ideas. And that wouldn't have happened if Satiris had kept it to himself from the beginning. Wasn't he the one that started the whole thing?
He was. Yeah.
Yeah. So he didn't have to share that.
I actually have one thing that I started based on that. And I have, let's see. I think I have over 3,400 pending, 33,582 pending leads that I've just been too busy to get to. And it's just still growing. Like it's just, I haven't even touched it. Yeah. So it's cool.
Yeah, today I just approved like 55, but I obviously haven't been doing it as long as Paul. But yeah, 55 leads.
Free leads. 55 free leads.
And actually a whole bunch of them went into my autoresponder because I have this tool that takes it, puts it on a Google sheet, and then sends it into my autoresponder. So I figured out something, which is something that I'm going to be teaching here soon, which is part of the reason why you want to be in the academy, is because as things work for us, you know, we try to automate things. Like Paul and I are always trying to automate things, even support. We're writing out like responses. Like if someone has login issues, we write out a response that solves 99% of login issues, right? Or if someone's looking for their affiliate token, we have a set response, you know, to find it. So we've been doing things to automate as much as possible. So that was one of the things that we weren't automating, was we were just manually copying and pasting our leads. And now I figured out a way to, you know, get them all just to go over. So anyway, that's stuff that we teach our members, our premium members. So anyway, I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about the mastermind too, is learning the strategies that are working right now. We have all the strategies in the back office that you can learn at your leisure, but then the stuff that's working right now for people each week that are getting results, they come out and share exactly what they're doing. You know, we had Michael was sharing, here's exactly what I'm doing on YouTube to, you know, be the top affiliate in the Home Business Academy. All right, you're muted, Paul.
I was going to say Robin Williams just posted that she did the tip that he mentioned, and her open rates are just like through the roof. So that's kind of cool, you know?
So good. Yeah. It's an incredible community. That's all I have to say. And I know we're way past the time, but I do want to just ask you guys if there's anything that you want to say about the vision for the future of the Home Business Academy. Anything? I know we've touched on some things about it already tonight, but I just want to see if there's anything that hasn't been said that you want to mention about where we're going.
So I'll say one thing that's different about our vision compared to other companies is sometimes companies will have a vision of like, you know, we're going to go be $1 billion company, or we're going to go, you know, create X amount of millionaires, or we're going to go help X amount of people. And we talked about having visions like that. In fact, we had a vision for a while where we were saying we want to free 100 families a year. But then we were like, you know, what if it's more than that? Or like, you know, maybe we shouldn't have set it down to a specific number. And so with the vision that we've had, freedom through principle-centered leadership, when I think of serving that vision, what that means to me is it's serving the person that's in front of me. It's serving the affiliate that needs something. It's adding a new module to the product. So we actually have a new, and I'll let the cat out of the bag a little bit. I won't tell you what it is, but we've got a new piece of content coming in one of our products this next month. And we've got more content coming in our products for the next month. And so at the end of the day, what we're really striving to do is serve the vision, which is create a space and a place that everybody loves to be at and that helps people build financial freedom. So when I think about the future, in fact, when we first got started, I didn't really look off into the future and say, holy cow, we're going to be signing up 30 and 50 people a day. Like that was never part of the vision. The vision was create the best thing we possibly can, make it better every single day, go the extra mile, serve people in the best way we can, give. And then as a result of that, what's happened is last month we paid 151 affiliates. We do have 10, 15, 20, 30 people coming in a day. And so it's like a journey. And I don't know for sure where that's going to take us, but I do know for sure that it can only take us in a good place because it's a good philosophy and we're going to keep, holding to it. So Mike, if you had anything to add or that differentiates from that, would love to hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah, sure. So my wife just dropped the kid off. So he doesn't know what's going on, but hey. But yeah, she just left. But yeah, so I'm just super excited. What we have here in the academy is just amazing. Like our goal is to basically give everything that we know, like everything that we know and everything that we do. Like right now, I've been doing a lot of YouTube ads. And the things that I learn with that, we'll eventually come up with our own training on it, right? And that's just kind of the goal. Anytime we learn something, we teach it. We learn, we teach. We learn, we teach. And I actually threw an idea out to Paul the other day. I'm like, what would be cool? Like, what if I went out and just started buying like marketing courses and then doing reviews on them and using that as my YouTube strategy and started driving traffic and getting traffic to me from like using other people's names, right? And just doing reviews for those. And then eventually introducing people to the academy. And then he was like, yeah, that's a great idea to get YouTube traffic. But then on a other note, if I'm going through a bunch of training and I'm learning things, then we can also teach those things in our own way, right? Into our own community, not like ripping people off or plagiarizing. But what we do is we learn a concept and we teach it in our own way, right? So that's another cool thing that we can do. And just little tiny masterminds like that with between me and Paul and the other communities gave me that idea, and it will continue my mind growing. It'll build up my YouTube channel, and then it'll also help the community. So it's kind of a cool little thing. So anyway, just want to throw that out there.
I love it. And one other thing that came to mind on vision, we will never change the compensation plan. I can say that is definitely in the vision, because that's happened so many times in the past and I've hated it every single time. So we will not change the comp plan. 80%, forever, 80% commissions forever. That's definitely in the vision. And then also another thing that I think is in the vision is to not change things all the time. Like, one of the things for me that builds trust is knowing what I've got and not having it like shaken up all the time, like new products or new this or changing this, So I mean, Mike, you can let me know if you have a different idea, but I can foresee us always having 3 products, the Funnel Builder, the Funnel Builder Academy, Hba Premium, and Financial Literacy Academy. We can always build new content into those products. But I don't see us coming out with like, hey, this for sure is not going to happen. This for sure is part of the vision. We're never going to come out with a $5,000 package or a $10,000 package or a $20,000 package. That's out of alignment with our values, and part of the reason comes from the science of getting rich, Amy. Deliver more in use value than you take from the market in cash value. And sometimes in home business, it gets way out of whack because people are like, we want to make money. So we're going to have this big old product, this big old price point because we can make a big old commission. Well, if the end user doesn't get as much or more value for the actual product that they paid, we don't feel like that's building a business in a future on a good foundation. So yeah, that's just more things you can extrapolate from our values that I think do apply to our vision. So
yeah, the product thing, and when we created those 3 products, by the way, we did it in a way that we knew that we can add future trainings to them and not have to like really create another thing. Like, for example, other companies, they'll be like YouTube marketing, and they'll just create a product about YouTube marketing. Well, that just goes into premium. Right? Or they'll be like lead magnet training or whatever, like building funnels. Well, that would go into the funnel builder. We have, different trainings, like basically we can like, and then let's say, Nick, he has a passive strategy he's doing for growing his wealth. And we're like, well, why don't we put that in FLA, which is Financial Literacy Academy? And it makes sense because now he can sell that in his system and sell that training and get people into Financial Literacy Academy by, giving that training inside of our product. Amy did Facebook ads, I think it was a month or 2 ago, and she did a module. And where did we put it? We didn't just create a new product and sell it. We put it into premium. So everything that we do, because we have Funnel Builder, we have marketing training, and then we have financial literacy. There's really not any other categories you need to make money, right? You basically, we covered all 3 with the 3 products, and we're just going to add to them forever. And we're never going to launch anything else. You just upgrade to the one of the products you don't have. That's it.
What's so cool too is like our funnel builder is $25 a month, which is way less than the other stuff on the market. And it seems like every couple weeks or so, Mike's like, we just added some more features to the funnel builder. Like now people can book appointments on your pages. And like some of these features cost more than $25 a month if you were to purchase them elsewhere. And they just get added to our funnel builder and the price doesn't go up. I'm like, when's the price going to go up? And it just never goes up. I keep expecting it to go. I don't expect it to go up because I know you guys, but most companies, if they were adding membership sites and booking and constantly adding all the stuff, the price would go up.
Yeah.
That's what they do, right? Like that's here. It's just like the price is the price. Here's the platform. And yet you guys continue to over deliver and constantly.
And we had to do a lot of sacrificing to get to be able to do that. You know what I mean? Like we had to sacrifice a lot of, automation and a lot of things that, normally you would have in a company just so we could pay out 80%. And so we didn't have to raise the price. But cool thing is we always get introduced to the right people. And now we're able to get that automation in place, even at that lower price. We found a programmer that was really amazing for Paul, or he did amazing work for Paul. And then all of a sudden he was like, yeah, I can probably do that with a custom thing. And he built out this custom script, and we're like, man, it worked. Right. So, we had to sacrifice a lot of automation in the beginning to just pay out 80% commissions, but now it's all coming together where we still have the automation. Right. And it's starting to all fit together and be amazing. So love finding the right people.
Yeah. Wow. Our community is attracting them, I think.
Yeah, it definitely is. We've got the best people. Well, I just want to say thank you so much for being here tonight. And I think this has been extremely valuable for anybody that wanted to learn more about the Home Business Academy and the heart and the soul and the vision and the, how it came to be, and the two incredible minds and people that have created this space for us all, who hold the space for us on a daily basis to create freedom in our lives and to make a difference for other people. So I know I'm super, super grateful to be here, and I'm really grateful to have you both here to help just give a little bit more of a look behind the curtain of what this place is for people. Is there anything that hasn't been said that you want to say?
I think we should try to go for another 2 hours. What do you think? We're almost at 2. We
like
could take it to 11. What's that?
The old days with Chris Rushlow. I'm like, we couldn't keep it under 3 hours to save our lives. I'm like, Chris, it's 3 hours. Come on.
I just want to say thank you to you, Amy. When you decided to join our community, that really built my belief a lot, because you're a great leader, and I've seen you speak on stage, and I've seen you on the leaderboards and things I've been in the past. And it's almost like, when Mike and I started the company, we were like, we had this vision and we're like, yeah, we can do it. But we created it from scratch, and it's almost like an experiment. It's like, we want to do it. We're committed. Let's do it. So then we start putting it together, and then it's like, okay, it's working. It's working. It's working. We're generating commissions. We've got a few people making sales. And your belief builds a little bit, and you're like, wow, this is actually working. Holy cow. I mean, I thought it would work, but it actually is working. And then you join, and it's like, holy cow, like Amy's a great leader, and not that our other leaders weren't great, but we just had so much history with you, so that when you join, it's like, wow, this must be good, and it raises your belief. And then you promote and you say how much you love it, and you add value to the community, and then our belief just goes up and up and up. And then, Nick comes along with his skills and his talent and his heart, and it's like it's like we wanted to create something we could believe in. It's like that song, you guys know that song, Give Me Something to Believe In. Like, we all want something to believe in. And it's like we together are creating the thing that we believe in, and we're all building each other's belief. And it's like, I don't know, it's like, how could we fail? It just keeps compounding, because I think we have the right intentions. So thank you, Amy. And to all of our affiliates and customers out there who are watching, because I said this before, I'll say it again, probably forever. This is a company of the people, by the people, for the people. Like, that's what this company is in existence for. It's supposed to serve the people in the best way, and we're all creating it together. So I'm just so excited to see where we can go and what we can do and how many lives we can impact and how much better we can make the world.
Yeah, I'll just ditto what Paul said. that was perfect. We're here for you. If you join the Home Business Academy, The cool thing is, whoever invited you here, basically their link is below this video using our funnel builder, and you'll get credit for, or they'll get credit for you joining, and then you can turn around, sign up as an affiliate, and start promoting this software for other people to buy, and you get 80% commission. So, you know, if that's something you want to do, we're committed. Like we said, we've been here since 2011. And we're not going anywhere, right? The company has been around since 2016, but we as a partnership have been around since 2011. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, with that, I'll turn it back to you, Amy.
Yeah, and so the other thing to know is that this replay is going to stay right here on this page for an entire week. So if you do join, you can become an affiliate, and then you can put your affiliate ID at the end of the link at the top of this page and share this training with people that you want to, you know, share what the Home Business Academy is. And then if they click the button below, you'll get credit for those sales. So this, and for anybody else that's here, that's already an affiliate for the Home Business Academy, every week we leave the replay up here for an entire week, so that if you do want to use this content to share on social media or with your email list or whatever, we switch it up every week. And that way, if you're looking for a way to share what we have here, or just share, you know, a lot of times we just do training, and there's always something here that you can share with your people to help build your business and provide value for people. So this video will stay on the page until we go live again next Wednesday. And again, if you want to learn more, there's a link below this video that'll take you to a page. You'll see Paul and Mike on that page, and they'll give you more of an overview of the funnel builder tool. And you can get started for just $25. And we hope to see you in the community. Yeah. Thanks. So anyway, thank you. Thanks again, Mike and Paul, for being here. Thank you, everybody who showed up live tonight. And if you're watching the replay and you have questions, you can put them here in the comments, and we'll make sure and get those answered for you. And we love you, and we look forward to seeing you right back here next week at the same time.
Thanks, Amy. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, everyone.